guys beat the Pokemon League in a rematch to be officially done with this game. I'm not reading their dialogue again because they say the same stuff. Yeah, I accidentally stumbled in here thinking, you know, maybe I could use them to, you know, gain more levels. Nope, they're level 100. Wow. Why would you do that now? Seems to be a punny day, doesn't it? When you're a Lapras and you're faster than a level 100 Flareon. That's pretty sad. I see. Makes sense. Everyone using Mag Mortar? Yeah, that's not good. Especially since I kind of dove in head first without thinking, because I forgot to buy revives. So this is a one-way street or nothing. Of course, I could just throw. But where's the fun in that? You know, the only thing that guy's missing is he has the hairstyle and he has the look about him. All he needs is a headband covering up one eye. Or an eye patch. We'd still get the idea. That would be an interesting character, I'm not gonna lie. That'd definitely take a lot of brain power on the person directing the character too, because you gotta sit there and think of bad puns all the time. A level 100 Beedrill. Ooh, I'm so scared. Now, if that could Mega Evolve, yeah, I'd be decently scared. A level 100 Umbreon is actually kinda diabolical. I will give him that. That's not what I said. I was saying it's like, it would be a thing, it would be quite a thing to keep track of. Let's put it that way. Just sitting there coming up with bad puns all the time for the character. I mean, but the Warlock makes perfect sense. I mean, most of the time, do they take anything seriously? That's an interesting idea for a friend of mine, though, because he's the epitome of bad puns. Sheesh, the fire type trainer gave me more of a run for my money than you did. What is it with fire type trainers and just being scary? The OG Ghost Specialist. Although to her credit, back then, there really was nothing you could do because there was only one ghost-type family. So it's not entirely her fault. As well as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They more than made up for that transgression years later. Well, I gave her a Mega, and then she uses a Alola Marowak, which, that lines up. I mean, the Mega Gengar definitely helps her case, though. Wrong move, but hopefully it's enough. Nope, it wasn't. It's Magius, huh? That was kind of what they had to do, though, with her. They had to make her more of a poison specialist than a ghost specialist. Same goes for Lance. They made him more of a flying specialist than a dragon specialist, because there's only one dragon-type family back then. You know, it'd be nice to have my, Lapras up and running, so I'm just going to have to wing it. Pun fully intended, by the way. Gen 2 didn't help matters either. All they added was one dragon type and one ghost type. Yes, yet another not actually dragon type specialist. To be fair, though, it was needed. They had to do it to make Psychic not overpowered. True. I would even bum rush Erica with a Blastoise with Ice Beam. And then in Gen 2, for Alligator with Ice Punch. What an awkward Pokemon to deal with. It still does. Sure, it picked up an extra weakness in Fairy, but Water Dragon has always been an awkward type combination to deal with. And every Pokemon they release with it just gets scarier and scarier. It was only ever weak to itself, Dragon. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not gonna lie, low-key level 100 Dragonite is actually terrifying. I had to use Swords Dance to fight it. Well, heading into the final battle with 2 Pokemon down. It makes it more interesting, I gotta admit. a critical hit for during charging up a sky attack. If that doesn't say hubris, I don't know what does. Yeah. Wonder how you get that in this game. Oh yeah, Gen 1 had like no graph smooths back then. Razor Leaf was about all you had most of the time. I was going to say, am I about to just sweep this guy with just Glide Score alone? That would have been funny. Yeah. That could be problematic. Could be. Yeah, definitely. Typhlosion's stronger than Charizard, I just proved it. And turbo through the credits, because I can. So, there is actually one more thing to do. So, one thing that I noticed while going through that final dungeon is we found an SS ticket. Well, the SS and is docked in Castro Valley here. We haven't been able to access it yet. Don't mess with the truck, it says. When have I ever listened to anyone? Also, I love the reference. Look what was under the truck. By the way, that caption saying you missed the Pokemon, that is actually a quirk of Gen 1. That's equivalent to the Pokemon immediately breaking out of the ball as soon as you throw it. Is this what they gave this to us for? You know what? Since you're starting to annoy me. I love how that's what got to level 100. All those rumors were true. That is amazing. Alrighty then. Well, I suppose that's it for this game. The final thing was catching Mew under the truck. Love the reference. 10 out of 10. Alright, so give me a minute and we are going to do something else.